What is up, YouTube?
Hi.
Giving honor to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ first and foremost.
Always.
My name is Marcus.
I'm Christian.
And this is Marriage for Dummies
Reacts.
Reacts. And today we got a request from Donald Riddle, and it's going to be Mark Lowry, the Home Depot and Atheist Faith, and Mary Raising Jesus comedy live. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and we love you. Let's check it out.
We do.
It's the first time we heard him do stand up.
Yes.
Make a Baptist
we are
shout.
so excited, Donald.
Isn't it good to be free? We are so blessed. Gloria Gaither wrote that lyric. Stand up, Gloria. She is one of my heroes. Please stand up. I love her.
Oh, wow. I've never seen it before.
Yeah, me either.
I've heard of it.
That's crazy.
Tell you what, the past 13 years of traveling with the vocal band, the best thing about it has been breakfast with Gloria. She has taken my brain and shredded it in so many different directions. That is one of the most brilliant human beings you'll ever know, and one of the godliest women I've ever known in my life. And I love you.
Hey, David Watani.
I love you. I'm glad you're here.
And God.
I've been with the vocal band for I need some water. Hold on. This is no joke. Oh, that's a little Lord's Supper cup of water right there. We could have a Presbyterian baptismal with that water. Baptize the whole front row. That is what you call a budget. Been with them 13 years, but 8 years of it, I've been in Nashville. Actually, the first 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 5 years, I'm a college graduate. I was living in Atlanta, and the Bill called me and said, Mark, you need to move to Nashville because it would really make it more convenient for me. And I thought, well, Bill, that's what I want to do. Make it convenient for you. Now, I moved to Nashville, and I moved into a high-rise because I'd always wanted to live in one. Ever since I was a kid, and I used to watch the Jeffersons. Do you remember that show? Well, we're moving on up to the east side. Remember that? To that deep.
My husband sings this all the time, like for real.
In the sky. Okay, that's enough of that. You know, that's the ADD version of that song. That's all you need. Just, you got ADD, just a snippet. But I lived there for about 5 months, and then I realized in this high-rise, it was only 5 floors, but it was high enough. And I lived there for about 5 months, and I realized that I am in a nursing home. I mean, it was just, and they're sweet, but Ben Gay was in the air every night. And so I finally got me a house. I wanted to get me a house like the old Dick Van Dyke Show. It's all one floor. I was tired of the elevator. I was tired of climbing up steps and the elevator was broken. So I got me a house, all one floor. It's got a little garage, a couple of steps. You're inside the house, no big deal. You know, I love it. Really cool house. But the problem is, when you are in a high-rise, you have a maintenance man. When you own the home, you are
the maintenance man. Yeah.
the maintenance man. And so I had to discover a lot of things about keeping up a house, which Home Depot came in handy for that. I don't know if you've got Home Depot up here. Do y'all have Home Depot? Don't you love it? Hey, is that not a man's heaven? I thought it was just like a hardware store. I'd never been to Home Depot. I had no reason to go to Home Depot. But I went there looking for some picture hangers for my new house. I was going to hang some pictures of my family. And so I went to look for those hooks, you know, you stick into the wall. I walked into Home Depot, and first of all, I noticed their carts aren't like Kroger's. They're big. You could house missionaries on furlough in their carts. And I went there looking for picture hangers. I left with a jacuzzi. Every aisle I went down was something else I couldn't live without. I was down 2 or 3 aisles, and my cart was full. Finally, I came across about third or fourth aisle. I came across a whole big box of these blue toilet plungers. My mother always had the suction cup kind. You know, you probably have those. You know what I'm talking about? But these are like all one piece at Home Depot, blue plastic, and they've got an accordion end on them. And they're amazing. And I bought 2 because I got 2 toilets. Don't you Don't you hate going to someone's house for dinner and they've hid the plunger? Now think it really.
Yo, stop it.
And you gotta interrupt a 7-course meal.
Oh, no.
Excuse me, but where'd y'all park your plunger?
That's so bad.
And that water's rising up. Is that not panic in your heart? I mean,
sheer fear.
I become instant charismatic on that. Stop!
It's a courtesy to leave your plunger out.
At
That's
Home
what we
Depot,
know.
they got this one-piece plunger that is amazing. I was using mine the other day, and a guy 3 doors down called, said, "Thanks. What kind of plunger was that?" This baby works. And also, I got me a gas grill. You know, because you get a back porch like I've got now. I got me a gas grill. Got the biggest sugar maple tree in Nashville hanging over my porch. At least that's what the former owners told me when they were trying to sell the dump. And I got me a gas grill, and I got it all set up, and I invited some friends over, and I was all excited and have them in my new house, and invited Norman and Brenda, who's here tonight, and then they invited some friends of theirs, and that I had not met until this moment in time, and we had the steaks. I grilled the steaks myself, and I found out if you get a cheap piece of meat and put enough garlic on it, it'll taste like a filet mignon. So I grilled the steaks, and Norman brought the baked beans, and Brenda brought some potato salad, and somebody else brought tea, and we were just having a good time. And afterwards, we were having coffee, like adults do, and we were talking about politics, which I know nothing about, but it's never stopped me from having an opinion. And we were saying this, and I said, I vote this way because I'm a Christian, and I believe certain things, and that I want to, see happen or whatever. And Nancy, who was a friend of Brenda's, spoke up and said, "Well, I don't believe in God. And I vote the opposite of you." I didn't care how she voted. All I heard was, "I don't believe in God." I got so excited. I'd never had one in my home before. I went around and locked all the doors.
Yeah.
I said, "You're going to be here a while." Oh, we had a wonderful time. I started explaining. I said, "You know what? I would be an atheist too if I had that much faith." It takes a lot of faith to believe all the order around us evolved from some gaseous belch in the universe 6 billion years ago. Order never comes from chaos unless somebody puts it together. All the order in the universe. If I took my watch apart, my Timex Indiglo, I love my watch. I was up all night looking at that watch. But every 15 minutes I was checking it last night. But what if I took it off my arm and took it totally apart and stuck the pieces in a sack, and then I shook the sack for 6 billion years? What if after 6 billion years, what would be the chances of me pulling out a watch that's ticking and on time? I don't even have enough faith for that.
Yeah.
I certainly don't have enough faith to think that this complicated universe around us, and even in our bodies, DNA, they've just in the last few years discovered DNA. I've had it all along. And look at your thumbprint. Everybody look at your thumbprint right now. Did you know that's an original? You are thumb body. There ain't another one like you in the world. I don't have enough faith to believe all the order around us came from chaos. And once you realize you don't have enough faith to believe that there isn't a God, you need to go on the hunt to find out who this God is. And you know what? For us to know God, He'd have had to find us. In this great big universe, how are we going to find God? The best we can do is send a Tonka truck to Mars. And it hit a rock named Barney and hadn't been heard from since. In this great, ever-expanding universe, how are we going to find God? He found us. But you know what? He came through the back door. He came through a virgin girl. My college professor said she was 13 years of age. Now, I don't know where he got that in the Bible, but I learned a lot of things in Bible college I never read in the Bible. But we do know that she was a virgin maiden, and she was young. Now, I wouldn't have come, if I had been God and I was coming to earth, that's not the way I'd have come. I'd have had a big golden staircase coming out of the sky. I'd have had cherubim singing and seraphim swinging and Gabriel playing a Dixieland melody on that trumpet. And I'd let them know I'm coming to earth, and when I get here, I'm gonna kick some tail. Because I'm a Baptist. Well, that's not the way God came. You know who I feel sorry for? The people that were in the motel while God was being born in the barn.
Oh.
Just a few barnyard animals got to witness the entrance of the king. And a virgin maiden and her espoused her husband, Joseph. And then she got to grow up with him. Isn't that cool? I mean, she got to... Now, my dad's here tonight. My dad believes Jesus knew who he was the second he was conceived. I don't. And when Daddy does his concert, he can say what he wants. I said, Daddy, if Jesus knew who he was the second he was conceived, then he was faking all those diaper changes. Because Mary changed God's diapers. Mary got to have God nurse at her breast. Mary taught God how to talk. Mary taught God how to walk, because when our God came to earth, he set aside his omniscience, his omnipresence, and wrapped himself in flesh and became one of us so we could know him.
Wow.
Amen.
That's
And
wild.
I do know that my dad didn't agree on this. By the time he was 12, we know Jesus knew who he was. Because can you imagine? Think of the bedtime stories. When Jesus would crawl up in Mary's lap and say, Mama, tell me that story again about when the angel came. Tell me that story again about what the wise men brought me. What great bedtime stories. My dad's one of the best bedtime storytellers that ever lived. In fact, if he'd still tell me bedtime stories, I'd still live at home. But can you imagine those bedtime stories? He knew who he was by the time he was 12. I mean, his own mom had probably told him. Just think about that. And he was 12 years of age. He was teaching at the...
Oh,
No, that's okay. That's yours. But go ahead.
that's your shoe.
Go ahead.
Teenager, that's 3. What? She said,
temple, and he ditched his mom for 2 days. They went off and left Jesus, and Jesus wasn't with them. And can you imagine the panic in Mary's heart when she finally realized that Jesus wasn't with them? Here she's been entrusted with God's kid, and she's lost him. And she hightails it back to Jerusalem. She said, where have you been? He said, don't you know? I must be about my Father's business. And she bought it. That line never worked for me.
funny.
Mama said, I'll show you your Father's business. Get in the house. Because my mama knew I wasn't virgin born.
Oh.
But if anybody knew Jesus was virgin born, Mary knew it. And then we don't know what happened. Between 12 and 30, we have no idea what happened. Nobody wrote it down. Good night, God's in the house. Isn't somebody keeping a journal? We have no idea what happened between 12 and 30. Nobody wrote it down. I want to know about those silent years. I want to know what he was like as a teenager. I want to know, did he have a hero? I want to know, did she ever make him get a haircut? I want to know, did she ever tell him to turn the music down? I want to know, did she walk into his room and say, good night, clean up this mess. Were you born in a barn?
That's cute. I like that.
I want to know, did he have a girlfriend? I want to know, did he ever perform miracles around the house? And if he didn't, how did you know he could? Next time we see him, he's 30 years of age. He knows he's the Messiah. Mary knows he's the Messiah. He's still living at home. And she's ready for him to go Messiah. Has your mother ever said anything to you, and it doesn't matter what flies out of her mouth, you know exactly what she's thinking? You know what she's meaning? I believe we have one of those here. They've run out of wine at the marriage supper. That's all she said. If my mama came up to me and said they've run out of Diet Coke at the party, I wouldn't think she's wanting me to turn water into Diet Coke. I think she's wanting me to go down to 7-Eleven and buy some more Diet Coke. All Mary said was they've run out of wine at the party. And Jesus knew what she meant, because he said, woman, let's stop there for a minute. You know, that may be respectful in Israel, but if you're from Texas like I am and you call your mom a woman, you're going to be wearing your teeth around your neck. He said, woman, what have I to do with thee? It's not my time. But it was. I love the fact that Jesus' first miracle wasn't raising anyone from the dead. His first miracle wasn't giving sight to the blind. His first miracle was turning water into wine. His first miracle was one just to keep the party going. And then he started doing all those cool miracles. He did give sight to the blind. He did give new ears to the deaf. He did give a new mind to the demon-possessed. And he did raise the dead. Lazarus was one of those people. I mean, how would you like to have been Lazarus? He'd already died and got that out of the way. He's in paradise eating fried chicken with Moses and Abraham. Talking about how tough it was getting there, but oh, now we're in paradise. Lazarus, come forth. What did he want?
Is he what? Oh,
By now
wow.
stinketh.
He's a
And Lazarus
mess.
had to die again. Unless he's Bill Gaither. But Jesus couldn't pass a funeral without breaking it up. Jesus was the greatest preacher who ever lived, and he never preached a funeral. He raised the dead. When the dead sit up, the funeral's over. Don't you be raising no dead people at my Baptist church. You'll have to raise us all. Don't you mess up a good funeral. Let them lay there. And Mary watched it all and pondered those things in her heart. I heard my mother say when I was just a kid, she said, if anybody knew Jesus was virgin born, Mary knew it. Never forgot it. Because the silence of Mary at the cross is such a great testimony to the fact of who Jesus is. Here we have a Jewish mother whose firstborn son is dying on a cross, not for healing the sick. Listen, healing the sick like today and back then, that'll get you a TV show. They crucified Jesus because he said, when you've seen me, you've seen the Father. They crucified Jesus because he didn't claim to be a great teacher or a great preacher. He claimed to be God on foot. You looking for Jehovah? Ta-da! He said, I and the Father are one. And they crucified him. And his mother never opened her mouth. Do you realize if I was being crucified in my hometown for claiming to be God, my mother would be pitching a fit? She'd say, he's crazy, but don't kill him. He's a liar, but don't kill him. He's a lunatic, but don't kill him. But the silence of Mary at the cross is such a great testimony to the fact of who Jesus is. And it's the best option out there. This salvation we have in Christ. Because it's free. It doesn't cost you a thing.
I love that. Donald, God bless you for that. That definitely
Great shot on that.
would have
Great
been
shot.
amazing for the live.
Yeah.
You know? I really like that. It's wholesome. It's beautiful. I love how it actually is really a way to share the gospel with somebody in such a cool way in order to get them to understand particular things. And I think that we all can relate on a human level with humor. So I think that that's a beautiful gift that Mark has. So that was awesome, for real. But God bless you. We love you, Donald, and we'll see y'all in the next one.
Yep.